This meeting is being recorded.
Online, am I audible? Online, am I audible? Can you hear me? Yes. Good morning, everyone. Good. How are you all? Fine. Nice. Let's see. Let's see what we have discussed. Share, share. Now, I'm gonna repeat what we have discussed yesterday. Okay. Since yesterday at the end of the class, it's not great. Like, can you please explain about unit test cases too at the end of the class? Yeah, end of the course, we will do actually unit testing. Don't worry. Now, anyway, so I'm gonna repeat it one more time what we have discussed yesterday, and we are gonna do the application one more time. Okay, ma? Now, let's try it. Now, now, first, HTTP client. HTTP client in Angular HTTP client in Angular is used to handle HTTP requests. Okay. So HTTP requests are like HTTP requests such as get. We have something called get request. We have several HTTP requests. Like get request bole to when you go to a particular link, what is the data in that link? What is the data in that link? We will get it. Okay. This is called an API, an application programming interface. So what they will do, backend people will attach some data into the link. That link is called endpoint. What it is called? Endpoint. Front end people will access that link and they will get the data. Is it clear, ma? Is it clear? They can do get request to get the data, post request. Imagine I am doing some registration form. Registration form means what? I will give the data na. Registration form means someone register into the front end. So front end, whatever they wrote it, I will send to the back end. Back end has to store it in database. So that is post request. You are sending the data to link. Everything done by link only. Front end and back end are connected by API. What they are connected by? API. API, that endpoint. So at that endpoint, you will do get request, you will get the data from backend. You will do post request, you give data to backend. Or delete request, you can delete, you can ask for the backend to delete something. Or put request, you can ask the database to update. Put bole to update. Update means already someone's value is there and that value you wanna do it again. Or patch request. Patch is also update only, but patch means partial update. Patch means partial update. Only certain part it will update. We will do all these operations. We will do one CRUD application also. Okay, but first we need to understand something HTTP client in depth. Okay, So first we will do HTTP client and then only we will move forward. Okay. Now do some project with Angular to backend. I will do it. Don't worry. We will do one CRUD application where I will put the front end and backend both. Is it okay, ma? Okay. Now, first we will see HTTP client. What the HTTP client will do? HTTP client returns. HTTP client returns observable. What they will observe? What they will return? Observable. What it will return, ma? Again, observable. What is observable, sir? Observable is like the promise only, but observable means multiple asynchronous functions. That means multiple promises, not one promise. You will write promise will have either one or two options, then or touch. But I said it yesterday, like I will get a newspaper every day morning 8 o'clock. That is not a promise. That is an observable. Why? Because it has to do every day in a promise. Right or not? So today I will have then or catch. Then means if I get the newspaper, what to do? Catch means if I get not get the newspaper, what to do? Again tomorrow also then catch will be there. Day after tomorrow also then catch will be there. Every day is like some kind of promise. But this is all happening at once. Once I paid to him, this recurring promises will happen. This is called observable. What it is called? Observable. Now, next. Observable means multiple asynchronous functions. Now, in promise, how do you resolve promise? We resolve promise by dot then. Dot then. Similarly, we resolve observable. Resolve observable by subscribe. By subscribe. Always remember YouTube channels. YouTube channels you subscribe and automatically YouTube channel will become an observable to you. Whenever they put a video, automatically it will come to you. And this process will continue until you unsubscribe them. Are you getting my point, ma? Today you subscribed, Ray. You got one channel in the one video in the feed. Tomorrow that guy put it in another one. What will happen? That one also will come, na? Right or not? So like this, it will continue again and again and again. Okay. Now, as I told you before at the starting of this week, this batch gonna take another 2 weeks, ma. Okay. This batch gonna end not by next Saturday, then next Saturday it would end. Okay. So all just in 2 weeks it will end. Max to max in a week and 10 days we will complete all the Angular because we need to cover few topics in the Angular and advanced Angular, which will complete max to max in 10 days if we go slow also. Then we will do 3 to 4 days project and interview questions. So it exactly 2 weeks the course will end. Okay. Now let's go here. Now HTTP client. Now let's let's go here. Now, next one, sir. How do you start it? I'm gonna tell it one by one. Here, first step. I think we already wrote it. No, we didn't write it. Now tell me. Now, go to component. Oh no, go to module first. Go to module. Go to module. Import HTTP client module. It is deprecated in 17 and 18 because 17, 18, 17 and 18, 18. It is inbuilt, inbuilt. But we are working on 16th one only, na? So we don't need to worry. Okay. Now next, import. Write it in imports. You need to import it. You need to write it in imports, sir. So you follow the procedure. Always when I explain the thing, I explain it step by step procedure. Follow the same way, slowly. Now, second one. Second one. Go to component or service. You can go to component or service, your wish. Go to component or service. Go to component or service. Inject HTTP client. What is it mean by inject, sir? Dependency injection. Dependency injection बोले तो क्या, sir? You will create an instance in the constructor parameter. I already wrote it in the starting of this only, the dependency injection and all. How did you write it and all? We wrote it. Okay. That's why I'm not repeating it. Okay. Now, inject HTTP client. The next, using HTTP client instance access, using HTTP client instance access get, post, put, delete methods. Methods. Are everyone clear, ma, till now? Are everyone clear, sir? Now, in APIs, now API, first I need API endpoint, na? Endpoint, some endpoints are free endpoints. Free APIs will be there, like public APIs. They don't need any key and all. Some APIs you need a key. Okay. Some APIs you need some key, like some kind of a key will be there. Some APIs you don't need any key. Okay. Now I will show you whatever the APIs which mostly I use. So I will give you a list. You can create any application you like it. Like free API list. Somewhere I wrote it. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. We'll write it here again. Don't worry. Now let's see here. Some of the free APIs which I know, I will write it here. Free API list dot txt. Sample APIs. Sample APIs. That is free. Or JSON placeholder. That is free. Or fake store API. That is free. Or sample APIs, JSON placeholder, fake store API, or dummy JSON. Okay. Now, last time we did something joke one also. This one is, yesterday we tried this joke one only. This one is also free. If I want random quotation, API.quotable, this one will give random quotation, or random.me. This will give random profile. Every time random profile will come. Or mm, does any one of you know any another APIs? Use API. News, ha. But news API will not create it live. News API is for only developer environment, only dev environment. They will not give, you create a dev environment. When you put it into the Netlify, it will not work. It will work it only in local environment. Local host it works for trial. Okay. These all are public APIs, sir. I'm not talking it with APIs with something kind of things like Gemini, ChatGPT. Those all are API. Those also you will get APIs. Google also, Google Maps also you will get APIs, but they are not public. They have their own secret key and all. At least easy ones are OMDB API, TMDB API, or I love this Pokemon API. Poke API is there. There is one website. I remembered it now. Publicapis.dev. In this, so many APIs you will have, which are for free. Public APIs. All are here for free, category wise. Okay. Any doubt, sir? Kuch doubt, sir? No. First, we will do random quotation. If time is there, we'll do some another application. Okay. Let's do a Chota project, sir. Now, okay. Next. Osha, I don't teach any Django here. This is only Angular. Now, let's go here first. API.quotable/random. There is one site, API.quotable/random. If I go to this site, I am getting it some quotations. Right or not? Now, if I go here, I'm getting some quotations, sir. Immediately, what I will do, I will go here. I will use this link into one application. Now, let's go here. Let's go to terminal, new terminal. Go here, command prompt, PowerShell cancel, CLS, CD Angular, CD projects, CLS, CD random quote. So, oh, I didn't create it now. Now let's create it with an application. ng new random quote dash dash standalone equals to false. No. Sir, once you understand services well, sir, we will do routing. Once you understand routing, almost the basic Angular is over. Then we will do some kind of form validation and we'll do something RxJS. Angular will be over completely. So this is one of the main topic of all. Okay. Life cycle methods will come in advance. After routing, when I explain form validations and all at the time, I will tell you. Okay. We had Chota basic concept like life cycle. I told you ng on init or ng after view init, but I will tell in detail. It will take just 15 to 20 minutes class, actually. Now, let it install. Yeah, it is installed, sir. CLS. Now, CD, random, but now, ng serve dash o. Yes. Now it opens, sir. Okay. Now this is the basic application. Go here, go to Angular, sir. Go to project, sir. Go to random quote, sir. Go down, go to src, go to app, go to app HTML, delete all. This is what we do every time, right? Right or not? Koi doubt hai? No? Now, let's create it. Here, HTML and TypeScript. Here only I will do instead of service. Now, here only. What is the first step I told? See here, what is the first step I told? Nahi. Import. Import. Where I have to import? Module. Go to module and write it here. Import HTTP client module. First one is about module. HTTP client module. I told you it's deprecated, but don't worry, it will work. Now sell and write it in imports. HTTP client module. Okay, you can see that the first step I told, go to module, import HTTP client module. It is deprecated in 17 and 18 because 17 and 18 is it is in inbuilt. Write it in imports. Now I wrote it imports. I wrote it in imports now. So हो गया, first step हो गया. What is the second step I wrote? What is the second step? Inject, dependency injection. So how do you do dependency injection here? Import HTTP client and here, write it here, constructor, public, or you can put private also, कुछ नहीं होता, okay? You sometimes I put. What is the main difference public and private? If you put it private, here one variable you will create na HC or something. That variable you cannot access even in a template also. You know everything in TypeScript you can access in template na. But if you put something in private, that cannot be accessed in template. Okay. By default, public will be there. Public HC HTTP client. Now that's it. Now, the moment the application starts here, okay, here I need to write something. Let's create something application about quotations now. So I will write it like my quote, my quote. Initially, my quote is anything. Okay. Now here, first. No need to create the service ma because I'm doing it directly here only. Why do you use service ray? Did you remember when I explained service, I explained this concept. There are two friends like who can't talk, right or not? Here, how many friends are there? Here, how many people are there? Only one. If only one person is there, then you can't talk. You don't need it any third man. Basically, The service is to put the common data. When multiple components are involved, you will need common data. When only one component is there, you may put it, you may not put it. It's your wish. Okay, that's a simple logic, ma. Now, good. Now here, constructor. For the persons who don't know like basic JavaScript, I'm telling constructor, you will write it in the class. Constructor is the first function by default. It will run whenever the class started. You will write it directly constructor name constructor. In brackets, you will write parameters open close. That's it. You will not write anything. Okay. Now, oh gaya. Now it is declared here HC. This dot HC HC dot HC is HTTP client only na. Now in this, I will do get request. Get what is the link? I will take the link, sir. Go here, quotable. I think it's not working HTTPS because I'm getting error. HTTP will work nicely, I think. Yeah, HTTP is working. HTTPS is not working. Okay. Check it on it, Google. Okay. Now, to check it whether an API is working it correctly or not, you can use one application called Postman. What you can use, ma? Postman is a simple application which you can use it to understand whether an API is working or not. For example, if I write it here, HTTPS, this random, and I click on this get request. What request you want? Get request. Is get request it is correctly working or not? Click. What it is saying it like error. Could not get response now. So you should not use it. If you use it, obviously it will also say error only. Now HTTP I will try. Then I'm getting the data. Are you getting my point, sir? So that is something Postman, sir. When we do CRUD application, I will show you the Postman one more time. Don't worry. Now, okay. When I go to this dot hc dot get, I will get the data. Then how do you take the data, sir? How do you resolve observable? Dot dot subscribe. Perfect, sir. Now here get get is returns observable. Now when get is returning observable, that observable you will write it here dot subscribe. Very good. Aki is asking it like every website see in Postman, sir. No, we are not seeing the websites. We are seeing the endpoint. Dekho, in one site, in one link, you are having the data. Now, see it here. Is it a website, ma? Is this a website? No. You think it's a website maybe, but it's not. It is an API endpoint because it is containing the data. A JSON data it is containing. Okay. वेबसाइट बोले तो HTML रहता CSS रहता JavaScript रहता. It's not there, right? Only endpoints you will check it for APIs. Websites you will not go for APIs. Just I want to clarify it. Anyway, dot subscribe. Subscribe will work only if the things were perfect. Now, in the subscribe, you will write it here. What if this guy got the success? Actually, inside the subscribe only, you can write it for success and failure, both. Okay. I am writing it for successor. Now, if he gets success, whatever the value he is getting it, that value, I will store it in my quote. This dot my quote equals to value, comma. What if I got any error? Error. Then console. Usually yesterday I did not write it, but today I am writing it two cases. I'm writing it two cases. One is success case, one is failure case, both. Inside the subscribe, I wrote it two cases, sir, with comma. What is the first one used for success? Second one used for failure. Will both will run, sir? Ah, very good. Both will not run. Any one only will run. Okay. Is it clear, ma? Now, क्या हुआ? Why it is not taking it? Subscribe. You can put val or value or whatever it is. It doesn't matter to it. Hmm. Why it is not working? Subscribe. Let's see. Anyway, go here. Now, if this things works, sir, if this things works, everything is inside the my quote. Everything is inside the my quote, right or not? Now you go here. Now in HTML, I will print random quotation, random quote here. Inside the my quote, what you are getting it, sir? Inside the my quote, you are getting it ID, author, content, tags, author slung, something length, something date added. Opora chodo. I wanted two things. One is what is the quotation and who is the author. Quotation is named as content. Quotation is named as content. Author is named as author. So I will write it. Div hash quote. For a div for quotation, I'm using something called block quote. Do you know HTML block quote, ma? In HTML, there is one thing called block quote. Do you all know that? You can use that actually. Inside the block quote, I am writing it here. That is HTML only. Okay. Now here, I wrote it block quote paragraph, and I wrote it here. What I can write my quote inside my quote. Whatever the content is there, it will print. Now here, site in HTML block quote site will be there. Here, that is one of the HTML element only, sir. Now here I write it something called site my quote dot author. Go here, go here, go here. Random quote, right click, inspect, console. Cannot read properties of undefined as content is undefined, it is bringing it. So let's go here. The subscribe. Let's remove the error. When I go to when I explain RxJS at that time, I will show you the error one also. Now it will work here. Oh, okay. Now I know that I said it val instead of value. I should say val, na? Because this is the this dot my quote equals to val. So I am giving this val. You online someone told I didn't check it. Yeah, that is val. Perfect. Someone lucky guy online told. Now see my quotation came. Why errors, Ray? Cannot read properties of undefined content. You know why it is happening? Why cannot read undefined? It is saying it error because when you do this, first, 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 my code is not having any value, na? It has to go to the constructor and it has to go to this link and get it right. But before that only, this HTML trying to print this my code. So that's why first time it got error and second time it's printed. Okay. So what I will do is I will run this with ng if my quote. Only if my quote is true. If my quote is not undefined, then only it will work. Else it will not work. See, now no errors. I'm saying it. Check my quote, is it working or not? If my quote you are not getting any value, don't print anything. That's better to me. Is it clear, sir? Are you getting my point, ma? Now. Now also let's go to CSS. Let's do it. Block quote before content. What is the quotation here? Quotation, what is the Unicode, right? Quotation? Huh? CSS, Unicode, what? For quotation mark, Unicode is this. Smart quotes. Go here. Let's take this. Single high reversed. Why change content, sir? What does it mean by why change content? I didn't get it, okay. Font size 48 pixel 24. In output every time quotation marks changes, sir. In output every time quotation mark changes. No, quotations will change. Dekho, I mean content. Huh? Content will change na. Dekho, see, in output every time the content is changing na. Why? Because API is giving every time different data. Every time I am going to this link, I am getting different data. That is the use of this API. It's not like every link it will be same. Some links will give each time different data. Some links will give each time same data. Here the data is changing. That's why I used this link. Is it clear, ma? Now, this quotation is not looking great. Sir, in API it is having single quote. Then how here getting it different data? Huh? In API you are not understanding. API, for example, you are having way dinner something go for it quote, right or not? So when I go here, my thing, what will happen? It will not go have waiter. Whenever I refresh the application, my client will ask the server, give me one quotation. Every time it going to this link, it will try to load the link. Na? Every time it load the link, it will give me one new data. And that data it will print. So that you need not to worry. Backend people wrote that logic. What the backend people do it? Backend people is like if someone requests the link, every time get a random detail from the database and print it. That is what the backend people wrote the logic. Front end people knows only one thing. A link is there. In that link, different data are coming. Simple. And front end people is using that link. If one same data is there or different data is there, front end people को कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Front end people will do same work. Backend people will change the data. Is it clear, man? Now, are you all getting my point, ma sir? How can we get this API data? That is Backend people created it. Someone named api.quotable.io people created one API endpoint. That endpoint is /random. And that endpoint I am using it. Simple. And who created it, sir? I don't know. That quotable.io people created it. If you want it, you can create your own backend API also. If you are a Python people, do it Django. You will create API. If you are a C sharp people, use .NET. You will create an API. Is it clear, ma? In my application in future, I will create an API using Node.js because I'm in a man stack. Okay? Any doubts, sir? Are everyone clear with this? Yeah. Do it something nice, beautiful one. Okay, it's not looking great, but do it something beautiful one. Now, next. Next. Let's do one more application. Let's do one more application. This time I will use some API key also. Instead of using directly public API, I will use this time API key. Okay. So that I will get the data based on the API key also. Okay. Now, and then we will do CRUD application from Monday onwards. Okay. Now, let's go here. Sir, give some CSS. CSS, you can try it so many ways, sir. Online, so many milta. Now, go here. It is not looking good, I know that. Let's try some CSS you can try. Now, next, sir. A parameter property is only allowed in the constructor in a constructor implementation dot s. I didn't get it, Mahesh. Check it. Can you print me that what did you wrote it in constructor parameter? Now, okay. Random quotation, sir. Which application you are gonna use? Sir, I am gonna use something called poke API. Uh, uh, okay. I think Mahesh, what you wrote is fine to me. Okay. There isn't anything error which I have find it in it, but you are getting the error. Did you imported, Mahesh, did you imported this? Huh? Huh. Delete that error statement, Mahesh. Dot subscribe under you write it error console and all na. Delete that error one, delete that comma, write it only, and you also write it like me only. You also write it this dot my quote dot value. Change this here. This dot my quote equals to value. Instead of dot, I wrote it equals here. It has to be equals. Yeah. Same mistakes you wrote it. Change it. Okay. Yeah. Uh, Is it clear, ma? Now, how this all are working, sir? Whenever you start the application, whenever you are start the application, Mahesh, it is coming from a constructor onwards. It will tell constructor onwards only, but change the subscribe. It may work. Now, see it here. Dekho. Every time whenever a class starts, what is the first function it will run? Constructor. So it will go to the constructor. Inside the constructor, you are writing one injection. Injection bole to every time I don't need to go to HttpClient. I will create one copy for that. I will create one instance for that so that I can use it anything I want. And that instance name is HC. What is the instance name? HC. Now I write it hc.get and I called one method. Then this one, it's like observable, it will return. Observable means you are going into one link. Okay. And you need to get the data now. What if after this the data is changed? Again you will go, again you will get it, again you will go, again you will get it. Like this multiple times you may get the data. Like how you are getting it every time someone posted a, if you click on follow someone, if you click on subscribe someone, Automatically, every time they updated, you are getting a notifications. Again, you are getting it updates. Those things are happening with these observables only. And these observables, HC means nothing. You are just creating one instance, one variable for a class. Okay. Now that one you did subscribe. Subscribe bole to every time they changes, I also wants to get. Similar to dot then. In promises, dot then will work. If you don't know promises, please revise it. Yesterday I told you some basic. If you just go and understand promises, this is also similar, but here subscribe means multiple promises will come. Now, whenever I get the data, I will store the data in my quad. Simple. And that my quad I printed, sir. Now, let's do the similar thing, sir. This time I will try Pokemon. CD dot dot CD NG NG serve. Sorry. NG new NG new NG new app name. Uh, Pokedex dash dash standalone standalone equals to false. Does anyone here had an idea of Pokemon? Do you guys have an idea on Pokemon, sir? अच्छा पोकडेक्स बोले तो क्या है? Using for? Thank you. That's nice. At least someone knows Pokemon. Okay. So I just created some kind of a name Pokedex. Basically, Pokedex is something hash will use. In Pokemon, there are some three characters. Before it install, I will tell you. There is one guy named Hash. Pikachu will be with him. So Hash will have one kind of calculator kind of thing. So whenever he scans it, he will get the Pokemon details. Okay. So I am also going to create a similar one. That which my application is like, I will put one search bar. If you type it a Pokemon name, it will tell all the Pokemon details. Is it clear? That is what the application I'm going to create. And how do you do that? I have one link which is Poke API. Oh, Poke API is not using any API key. Okay, don't worry. We will do this and then API key. Kuch nahi hota. Now here, if I go to this link, I will even send this link in the online. I'm getting the Pikachu details. Go here, Control A, Control C. Now go here, CLS. Go here, Angular, Projects, Pokedex, SRC, APP, this, CD, Pokedex, NG, serve, dash O. Now, yes, now it will go here. In this link, the data is there. Now I'm just closing all the links. Now go here, delete all, open it here, TypeScript also, module also. Let's do it quickly, sir. Let's do it quickly. Okay. Now here, first import HTTP client module. Then here HTTP client module हो गया. Then next go here import HTTP client. Then next go here constructor, create one constructor, sir. Constructor. Inside the constructor, sir, create one instance to access the values. HTTP client. I created one instance, sir. Any doubt, sir? No. I will create name, Pokemon name. I created one value also, Pokemon name, which is a string, initially empty. Initially empty. Now I need to one search bar, na? You are putting one search bar, na? You can do it two ways, one way or two-way data binding. How do you wanna do it for search bar? You can do two-way data binding ng model. Directly you can put it. Directly it will happen, na? I will try ng model only. I will go here, app module. Let's go here. For ng model, if you wanna do, you should put forms module. Did you remember ng model? Forms module you will put. Import from Angular / forms module. Go down. Forms module. Now go here. Pokemon name is there. Now I'm gonna use it here. Okay. H1 Pokedex. Now here div Pokedex. Inside this, I will put one input, sir. Input placeholder. Enter Pokemon name. Pokemon name. And here we will write one button, sir. Button search. Sir, why strikes on HTTP client module for Shitty? I'm telling it, it's deprecated, ma. I told you earlier also. Okay. One more thing, I just wanna let you all know that we will have our next class on Monday. Okay. Huh? No. Not to like today. Its class is there. Tomorrow is Saturday, na? Huh. Tomorrow we will have a break, and again we will have our next class on Monday. Okay. That's it. Now let's complete it. Now go here. Class is not over. Now the Angular will gonna complete in 2 weeks. Okay, not the next week. Actual according to the schedule, it has to complete it by the end of next week, but we are a bit slow. Okay. Now, anyway, don't worry. Now, if anyone is there in my other classes, ma, tomorrow class is there for my other classes, only for the Angular 1730 batch. Okay. Now, okay. Yeah, tomorrow no class for Angular 7:30 morning. Now, how do you do? What you will do? If anyone click on this, click. Let's run one function, get data. Now everyone see this, what will happen? Sir, if anyone click on this button, it will call the get data. Also, you will connect this ng model. ng model Pokemon name. So whatever you enter that input, whatever the enter you input, that input will store in Pokemon name. And whenever you click on it, which one it will call? Get data. Which one it will call? Get data. So You go here, you write it here. In constructor, I'm not writing anything, sir, now. Now I am not writing anything in constructor. Instead, I am writing it here. No need of function at all. Write it here, get data. Inside the get data, I will write it here, this dot, hc dot, get. I will give the link. What is this link? It will give Pikachu details. But every time it will give Pikachu details only, na? Do I want every time Pikachu details? No, if someone typed something Bulbasaur, they wanted Bulbasaur details. So, whatever the name they write it, for that I will use something called template literal. For the persons who don't know, this is a template literal, sir, to give dynamic values. If you write it here, dollar braces. So every time whatever the Pokemon value, that Pokemon value will be replaced here. This is called template literal. If you wanna use template literal, you have to put a backtick, not quotation. This is one of the string in the JavaScript. Okay, in JavaScript you can use this now. So now it will do the data. Once it do the data, what it will happen, sir? Subscribe. And the subscribe, you will get the val. And the val, you will get so much data. And I will create here Pokemon details, any, which is like, go here, this dot, Pokemon details equals to val. Simple, sir. Same thing, whatever I did it in earlier application, same thing I did. Now I will get all the Pokemon details inside the Pokemon details. Now I will print whatever in the Pokemon details. What will be there in the Pokemon details? Go here. You have abilities. You have something called Christ. Let's go here. What does it mean by Christ? Oh, some video is coming, Ray. It's not playing only. No. Or forms. It is coming. No need. Game indices. Okay, I'm not going with any games. Held items. No. Moves. I love to use moves. Moves. Every time go inside the move dot name. Okay, remember moves move dot name. Okay, I will try it. Moves. Where about what about pictures? Pictures are inside sprites. Okay, let's go here. Let me write it here. Div hash Pokedex details inside this and ng if ng if only if you are having Pokemon details. After you click on get data only, you will get Pokemon details now. Only if you are having Pokemon details, print it. What you are going to print? First, I'm gonna print image, sir. Image is equals to inside the Pokedex details. Inside the Pokedex details. See, you are having something called sprites. Sprites. Sprites dot sprites dot uh, let's see, back default, it is coming back, then front default is coming front, then so I will go here front default, front underscore default, sprite ad clear. That is true. Sprites, actually sprites means chota images will be there now in games. In games you will have some kind of Mario games and all chota chota block images. They are called some kind of things, pixel images. They are called sprites in gaming language. Now here Poke details dot name. You are having the name. Next. Paragraph height. So poke details dot height. Width, not width, weight. Poke details dot weight. Let's see, is it printing it correctly or not? Let's go here. Let's enter some Pokemon. Um, let's say Pikachu. Search. Pikachu is coming. Height is not coming. Why? Height is not there. Control F. Height. It is there, na? Spelling wrong. Small h. Perfect. Now go here. Come on. Give me a Pokemon name, sir. Onion. Spell it. O-E. No, I'm not getting only. Ronix. Onyx. Yeah. Onyx. Right eye. Yes. Brock used to have it, na? Uh, Forgot its name. Good. Jigglypuff. This is one of my favorite one. Now, good. Are you getting my point, sir? Jigglypuff will sing the songs actually. Now, nice. Next. So, you can even try moves. Like, for example, there is one array named moves. Okay. There is one array named moves. Now, how do you print the array named moves? Let me put it here. Some kind of, uh, you know, paragraph is there. Moves. Paragraph is there. Moves. Now, here, I'm going to get it here. Something like div. Inside this div, let's write it here. Now, here, no need of div. I will put span. Now, here, inside the span, sir, I'm going to print. Inside the span, I'm going to put ng for Pokemon details dot moves. Let m of Pokemon details dot moves. There is one array named moves. There is array named moves, which you are getting it in Pokemon details. In that array, there are so many objects. Okay. Each object you have one key called move. What is the move object? Move. Inside the move, you will have one key value name. That is like the what kind of move they will use. Now I'm gonna print it all. Sir, will you to the searched items are added into one div. I'm not getting it, Mahesh. What exactly you want? So go here. I will print it here. M. Inside the M, you have move. Inside the move, you have name. And you print comma. Go here. Puff. Can you see here all the moves it is having it? All the moves it is having it. How you are getting this many? Good. For loop. Very good. Someone is, see, I think Mahesh is saying it like you are searching for some names and of Pokemon, and after searching, add those names of images into one div. But you can try it, sir. Echo. Like for example, whenever I searched for one movie, I am getting poke details now. Then what you will do, put it here one array, poke array, and every time whenever you get poke details, after this here push that poke details into that array, right or not? So that all your items will be stored in that array. Is it clear? Any doubts? If like Mahesh, focus on ma, which is very easy. Dekho, you created one array, poke array. So this empty array, you will write it every time whenever you search. What will happen? It will come here only now. Whenever you search, it will go to this API. It will bring the data. It will store the data in poke details, right? It will store the data in poke details. Then immediately what you will do? Poke array dot push. How do you push the element into array? Dot push. Simple. That is what you will do in JavaScript. Poke details. Automatically everything is in poke array now. Whatever you do will be there in poke array. If you wanted, I can even print it poke array. Console.log poke array. You can print it into the screen also. However you have. Create an empty array and push it. Very simple. Think about it. Once you think it, you will get so many questions and so many answers easily. Now you can do anything basically here. Okay. Let's try Charmander. I got one error because Charmander spelling is wrong, I think. Charmander. Very good. Charmander. Mander. Mander. When I ask Charmander, it is giving me Charminar. That is a bad luck. Serious. That's true. Perfect. Any doubt, sir? Any doubts, ma? Mahesh, how the array looks in the front end, sir? Very simple, Ray. Put that array in the for loop. Now you are having the array. If you are seeing it, dekho. Here, Mahesh, see you are having one array, dekho. You put it in one array now. Now in this array, you put it in front end. How do you put it in front end, sir? Ng for simple. Okay. Now try to create nice, beautiful applications using APIs. Okay. Monday, I want to see something bigger applications. Okay. Not a chota one. Till now, you guys did a chota tasks. I want you to use any API you like it. Okay, even Gemini and APIs are also free. Okay, AIs. Okay, Monday instead of creating, I thought Pokemon is having API key. No, Monday I will create one AI application using some API key. Some Gemini we will try. Gemini with Angular we will try. Okay, Chota one. So now I want you to focus and make it. Till now you guys did nice applications. Every day you tried. Today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow. Next 1 week, if you try it, 100% Angular khatam ho jata. Next 1 week, try to complete it. After that, I will do project and you also do it with me. Okay? Is it clear, ma? Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you all. And I will put the code into the GitHub, sir. You can see it in GitHub, sir.